Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com live recap webinar for May 30th, 2019. Well, what a phenomenal day. It really was. I had a really good list going in. I was up early at 3:30 in the morning, 3:40, and I was just really excited, just to see. I was doing a lot of reading this morning, a lot of researching and reading the reports on the earnings. I knew kind of idea what I wanted to play today with PANW, Jill, MOV, VRNT, Keys, PVH. I mean, there was so many really beautiful plays. Most of them were earnings. They were gapping up. I couldn't wait. And when I get these gap ups that are $6, $8, $10 up, I immediately start going into reading the reports. And what I do really well is I can actually read through the report, and and based on the report, it really indicates and tells me what the range of stock's going to trade for today. And believe me, if you really understand and dissect an earnings report, you will know what these analysts are thinking. And when you know what these analysts are thinking, you can become that analyst. And so, what I do every day is when I evaluate a company, I'm actually evaluating how I'm going to trade it, just like I would evaluate an analyst call. Well, based on this particular analyst call, this stock should fade most of the day because of this call. How do I know that? Because I do my homework, I do my research, I've studied. And also, let's be real, I've been doing it for almost, 16 years. So, what I do is like second nature to me. It's like breathing, okay? And not everyone can be on the same page as me, and I understand that. So, what I try to do throughout the day and through the mid morning is constantly explain the move of the stock. And like today, I'll give you a perfect example of what I mean by that, okay? Here is a stock called Keys, all right? Now, Keys was gapping up 8 points. But after reading the report extensively this morning, I made the determination that even though the stock was gapping up to 79, I would start leaning into it actually short. I would give it room to add at the open to 81 and have a nice 80 average. I really wanted everyone to get that 80 average. And then I wanted it to come down. Now, my goal was to take it to 73. Not a full gap fill, but just enough off the bottom. But clearly, one of our great traders in the room, Ripster, um, he saw that 77 area he pointed out to me. And when I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, if it holds there, it'll probably bounce. And he was shooting for 77. It was a really great trade. I think Mark Sky Stocks did a really great webinar on it as well. He saw pretty much what I was seeing as well. But you just have to read the report, and the report will tell you pretty much everything the stock, how it should trade. And so I'm going to show you the stock, all right, and why it was a success this morning, all right. So it was gapping up. So I told traders take some at 79, give it room to 81. Now I have a lot of traders in the room that will wait for the open because they want to get that 81, 81.40, 81.20, or that 80.90 average. Even if it fat fingers, they want to market order and get the absolutely best because they know it's going to come down, just like I know it's going to come down. Why? Because I've pretty much taught them like this. And if I put words like nothing really impressed me on the report, they know, a lot of the traders in the room know, okay, AJ's not liking it, so he thinks it will come down and pay us significantly. Okay. I want you to take a notice of just, when I say traders take these calls, I mean, these are real day traders that come in here to make a living. I want to give props to NPNG, and I'll just kind of show you live what it's like being in the greatest chat room in the world. I'm not talking some average, show you a few tickers and that's it, show you a pump and dump and that's it, push a stock for 30 cents, show you how to trade it 9,000 times. Come on. Trading is so much more than that. This is a trader that took the call Keys. You see it? NPNG. You see his entry? 8070. Did you see my notes? Okay, so what he's a perfect example of just waiting for that. And look how many shares he took. 1,000 shares. All right, and he covered at 77.54. This was his biggest win of the month. Let me tell you something. Why is it significant? Because he's a trader that's been here for a few months. All right. He's worked hard to get to this level where he trusts not only what I'm saying, but what I'm coaching. He understands I've spent hours doing the research to determine what the stock's going to do. So his fear level is now, and remember I keep teaching you webinar after webinar after webinar. The more you learn, the more you earn. What does that mean? That means if you understand why a stock's going to come down and you know it's going to come down and the coach, the professor is trying to help you bring it down, okay? This is what it's all about. This is where you can capitalize and make that money. And that's exactly what he did. He made that money. He listened, he saw, and it's all written down before the market even opens. So all he did was he looked at the note and he said, okay, AJ says 79 to 81. I'm going to wait for the pop to 81 because I know AJ. If he gives it 81, it'll go as close or right there in that 81 area, but it's going to come down. Now look at the stock. Imagine being in the room. Ding, 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 ding. Here's the gap up. Here's pre-market. I said it will go to 81. 81 is right there. That's a fat finger, so you can't really go 81.78. There's the 81 right there. And you see how it pulled? You see the lower low right there? Look at that 81.80 right there. And then look at the to 77. Look at the paycheck on that. Isn't that incredible? Any trader in the world could have came in here and taken that call. All right? I'm going to show you another one. This one will blow your mind. Now this one, let's say you don't have enough money to do 1,000 shares. Take a look at MOV. Again, I read the report. 99.9% of the chat rooms don't want to read the report. They don't even know where to begin. They want to keep things simple, stupid for you. They don't want you to learn. They don't want you to excel because you know why? They don't want you smarter than them. For me, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you're 10 times smarter than me. I hope so. Because what does that mean for me? Maybe I can learn something from you. I mean, why would I let my ego get in the way? Because why, you're smarter than me? I mean, come on. We're here to make money, not compare egos. All right? So I'm not here to compare. I'm here to do my job. And so I keep that out of it. I just focus on the trade. Because like I said, people always say you're one of the best day traders I've ever met in my life. I swear to God, you are so phenomenal. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And some days, let me tell you, I've been doing this for 6 years. Every day I get up. Every day I get up. 3:30, 4 o'clock. I mean, no life. When you run a room, you have no life. There's no life. I try to make my life. I try to enjoy every moment I have. All right. But there's so much work that goes into it. But when you're really good at what you do and you watch others do really, really well, it all pays off. That's what a chat room is for. And so one of the things that motivates me to get up is the fact that it's like Michael Jordan. When they asked Michael Jordan, what makes you get up every day and do what you do and perform at your level? He goes, I think about that one person that's never seen me play live, never watched me live, and he put a lot of his hard-earned money down to watch me play. And I want to give that person the best performance I can. I heard that 15, 20 years ago, and to this day, I've taken it to me to my grave. That's how I feel about the people in the room. That one guy that comes in and spends 25 or 100 bucks for the week that's never seen me perform before live, I want to give him the absolute best, which means I'm giving all the people in the room my absolute best. Okay? Mauve is a perfect example of doing research and doing it at a whole nother level. I read the report this morning. I felt Mauve was down too much. I told the entire chat room, pre-market, long 29.50. Look at the buys. They were all right here, 29.50, 29.50. Well, thank you, Diesel. Thank you very much. We appreciate your grind, AJ. Thank you. I appreciate you too, Diesel. Okay, so look at this. And You see how Mob was sitting at 26.50? Well, after reading the report, I immediately came in the room and I said, I'm going to play this. So I put my asterisk up to let the room know I'm going to go long at 26.50, and I'm looking for the stock to push at 29, top off, and then slow fader. Why? Because when you look at the report tells you this stock has come down too much. So what I do, all right, I take the call and I go 29.50, and now watch. Watch what happens in 12 minutes. Imagine if you had 100 shares, $2,900 buying power, 500 shares with 13,000 buying power. Watch what happens. Within 10 minutes, you hit 29. 500 shares from 26.50 to 29 is what? It's 2.5 points. On 500 shares, that's $1,250. Done for the day. You see how simple that was? I know in hindsight you're probably going, well, it looks simple now. No, this was Awesome Calls Trading provides these calls every day because I actually remember my slogan. I see the move before the move. When I woke up, I saw this entire move before it even opened. I didn't need any VWAPs, any EMAs, any lines, any channels, any 5 EMAs, any. I didn't need anything. I just needed the report and what the stock was going to do, and the rest was mine. And that's what I did. And the stock almost went to $30. See, now that's trading. This is a whole nother level of day trading, a professional day trading chat room. So when you see me say the greatest chat room in the world, on the planet, we are. You can't deny what we do in here. You can't. It's well known what we do in here. It's just next level trading. It's not someone saying just buy between this line and be done for the day. Okay? That's not the way we operate. I'm going to show you another one. ELTK. This was B Trades and Raphael in the morning. These two individuals are just phenomenal traders. And they both called out this morning that it was running. They're both our small cap, gurus. These guys are some of the most phenomenal small cap traders I've ever seen. Been here for years. My God, what they do is just, you don't even want to know. All I can tell you is I made $751 on ELTK just on their calls alone. And they took from the morning from the moment it opened, they pulled out $6 at 6.50. They told the chat room long it, and within just a matter of a few minutes, it went to 7.75, and he called it. And then he called it, I believe, to 8.75, and then he called it to almost 11, and it hit 11 on the double top. You can't say anything. While I'm getting 12 or 13 plays on my end, these gentlemen come in here and just, what a great trade. There's nothing to say. ELTK was one of the great trades today. I'm going to show you another one that we did today, PANW. This was my baby. I traded this morning. Now I want you to look at the call. Now, look, you're what, $216 yesterday. You're gapping down to 198. If there's anything you know about PANW, the shorts are going to cover. That's automatic. My job is to anticipate how much they're going to cover to. And so what I did is I actually had to read the report, realize that it wasn't really that bad, but I had to give it a range. And this is really important. This is where a veteran comes in and actually tells you where the stock's going to stop, okay, and where it should just kind of rest up and sell off. So for me, PANW was going to basically, it was going to pop at the open to 207, rest up, and then sell off. So literally, as Palmer does in his webinars, you could be done in a matter of minutes. This is a perfect example of being done in a matter of minutes. Okay, so let's just say you took 250 shares at 203. AJ said the stock's going to pop to 207. It's written in the notes right here. All right here. PANW. Plain as day. The shorts are going to cover the stock and take it to 207. You see that? I've already told you what the stock's going to do. Okay? The stocks, they're going to short cover at the open to 207. Now, again, whatever room you're in, whatever, nobody's going to have the balls to put that in writing and to actually walk it through. Okay? They're not. But in here, this is just another trade. Okay? So now watch it. Once it hits 207, I want to shred it, try to get down to 197. I think I said I want to downside if it yanks hard, short cover back to 204. In my mind, I felt the stock would sit around 202 to 204 today. But if it yanked at the open, I said go long in case it goes to 197. That way you could bounce it to 202, 204. That's where it will settle. But if it pops to 207 or more, it'll settle around the 202 to 204 range. This is where I really kind of dictated where to stop. After reading the report, as an analyst, I felt, you know what? This should be a $202 stock today. Now you want to see it work? Now here we go. Ding, 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 ding. There's the 207. And look how it came down right away. You see it? 202. Again, professional day trading. Whole nother level. I even came in the room and took it right here after my break. And I popped it right here. Right here and here. And I made money. This is a dollar move. I got 62 cents on it. And look at it now. It was 205. Always a trade in the room. Always a trade. I'll give you one more and then, call it a day. I'm going to give you VRNT. I want you to look at VRNT. I know, again, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. I hear that, God damn it, we don't trade shit like this. Our guys got us chasing 10-cent pops, or we're doing a 30% return on an Apple option. I mean, you know, where do you find these? Where do I find these? They're everywhere, every day. I mean, they're out there. You just got to go get them. And so on VRNT, again, I read the report. All right, I read the report, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, you know what? No, no. After reading the report, I said the stock's going to pop through 59 at the open. When it does, give it room to 60.50. Okay? All right? I would take a few short at 59, give it room to 60, and then I'm going to smash this stock and I am going to take it down because there is no reason it should be up. I did the homework. At the open, think this will simply gap fill back to 57.60 and under. That's the trade. So if you're want to make a quick $1,000 with 500 shares, this is your trade. I've already done the work. I've already done the homework. I've already done the research. Okay. So what I do is I simply go into the trade, and here it is. Ding, 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 ding. I said go short at 59, move to 60. See how it hit 59.98, $60, and I said it would gap fill or under. And look at that. Sold all the way off to $56. Talk about a short. 200 shares, 4 points, 10,000 buying power. That's $800. 250 shares, 1 grand on a stock that I had predetermined was going to go down and flush out because the earnings didn't justify it. See that? So again, I'm going to do this every day, 5 days a week. What I've been doing lately now, I've been getting a lot of pros in the room. Pros, I mean pros that guys have been seasoned, have been trading for a while, that really want to elevate their trading to another level of trading. And I really enjoy those kind of traders because they're looking It's not a matter of looking up to me. I don't think that's what it's about. I think it's just they're in here because they're like, okay, I want you to teach me something new that I don't know. Because the more you teach me, the more I can implement it in what I do, and I can become a better trader and more confident when I'm a trader. And I can also teach others what I'm learning from you. And so lately, like in the middle of the afternoon or mid morning, I will stop and answer a trader, and I will actually show them the earnings report and how to read through it so the trader can understand. This is really important to me because I care about my traders learning. I want them to learn to fish for their trades. I don't just call out a stock and say, go long here without a reasoning behind it. I want every trader to have the knowledge of the reasoning behind it because I think if once they feel confident why, like I do, they'll implement their own changes on how they day trade, which means, i.e., they'll add more shares, they'll do more, they'll stay in the trade longer, they'll be more patient, you know. But one of the things in closing that I would like to really address is just the amount of love we get in our room. Um, and to me, it doesn't matter. Thank you, JR. JR made money. He made money on keys and Vive. Um, and he explained everything back in act with AJ. Went short keys, made 130. Tried to scalp Vive, took a hit. Instead, shorted it with a lot of patience. Made $88 instead of losing 300. Beautiful, JR. Well done. But we're one of the very few chat rooms that gets constant rave reviews every day from all over the place, from traders from all over the world. And traders post, I mean, this is an amazing mother of beautiful kids, finds time every morning. And look at Leanna, what she did today. And every trade was on our list. Look at her consistency. You see that? Anyone can do this if you apply yourself. Leanna took some time to get to this level and get that confidence, and look at her trading. Look at it today. She makes 50 bucks here, 8 bucks here, 20 bucks here, 100 bucks here, $200 here. It doesn't matter. It all adds up, and I try to teach that. When that money's there, it's better than red. Green is green regardless of the amount. Remember that. So when you join our room and you're a part of our family, okay, take the time to learn. I'm going to teach you everything I know. I'm not going to hold anything back because the more you know, the more you're going to know. The more you what's this? AJ, long weekend in Paris. Visit. Total it costs earn back my awesome calls. Oh, MP, we paid for your trip and very good. We paid for your trip to Paris. Anyway, thank you. All right, traders, I want to thank you very much for joining us today on this live recap webinar. It's been a great day today, and we're going to end tomorrow and May 31st, and then well, everybody's P&L starts zero again in the first week of June, so it's going to be exciting. So thank you for joining us today. I look forward to trading with you tomorrow. If you want to be a part of our great room, just click on anything with the word ACT, um, and you're in. You'll be trading with us tomorrow morning, and I'll have all these great trades for you. Okay? Take care. God bless.